Crafty Music Lover here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back on YouTube and making videos again. I have missed you guys so much. In today's video, we will be going through the first quarter of 2022 and seeing how my planner lineup has altered since January of this year. Currently, I have only been using these two planners, which are my catch-all and wellness planner, as well as my mini budget planner. Now, this mini planner is actually all for my budget and finances, which I am happy to do an overview on how I use this planner if you guys are interested. I do have a little bit of a plan with me on my TikTok if you guys are interested in seeing that. I'll link it down below. This is my main planner, and it's a combination of my catch-all and wellness. I ended up combining the two together because I just felt like it was too much for me at once, and I will show you guys how I began with the two layouts and switched to using both in one layout in just a second. This is what the health planner looked like here, and I had actually used the inside part of the planner as the cover, but I chose to combine the two together because that's just what made the most sense for me. So setting aside my budget planner, we're actually going to go look through the catch-all and wellness and kind of talk about through the process of me changing spreads. So here is my cover page right here, and then this one is for addresses. And this is my 2022 Word of the Year and Goals page, which I have a plan with me up on my channel. And then the Year in Photos page, I also have a plan with me on that. And then all of my trackers here, and these have separate plan with me videos on as well. Then we move on to the first section, which is actually the guts of the first month in my Skinny Classic social media planner. And it's basically just how I tracked my social media posts, but I changed that because I didn't really think it needed an entire planner, so I only used it for the first month. This next section here is my catch-all for the first 2 months here, and then the second section here is my health planner, but I will show you how I combined them when we go through that portion. So moving to the calendar, I really only use this for my appointments and work schedule because that work schedule never remains the same. It fluctuates from week to week and day to day, honestly. And then this is what my weekly looks like. This was using the Blossom and Bloom Recollection sticker pack. Then this one here is using the This Is Us sticker book by Paper Studio. And this week was using a Lands of the Magic Kingdom Tomorrowland kit by No Whitespace stickers. Into the next month, I didn't use the currently here for February, just like the previous month, and then the calendar pretty much remains the same, just with different decoration. This is another kit from No Whitespace Stickers. This is the Main Street USA one. Then skipping a week, we go into Valentine's week here. You can see I was already experimenting with combining the health and catch-all, and unfortunately, just due to some health issues, I didn't really do any spreads the rest of the month. So you'll see that in my health section as well. Moving on to the health and wellness section, on the perpetual calendar here, I listed my goals and my health info and stats on this page. In this little section here is a medical info using a free printable I found on Google, and I will link that in the description box if you're interested. So we've got important info and emergency contacts, family history, specialist info and evaluations. This is checkups and history. And then this is something I actually made in Google spreadsheets, as well as this one for my blood sugar. And then we have medications list, shots and immunizations, hospital visits, and surgeries. So that's all for the printable. And then this is really just a diet info page given to me by my doctor. This is actually something that I filmed an Instagram reel on, and it's just a staple recipes page, and it has the recipe ingredients listed for easy access for me. And then there's more room on the back here for more recipes. And then this page is just a list of different foods that I eat often and have the calorie and macro information so that I have that at a glance for my common eat foods. This is actually a printable I got from Overly Alana back in summer of 2021, and I just have this to fill out when I feel like it. It's called the Checklist for Life. This is a folder here with some menstrual cycle tracker stickers that I got from Planner Kate that I keep here just for easy access because you'll see why I need that moving on to the monthly. The currently for January, and this is actually the only currently I use. I didn't continue on into March and February. These are just some journaling prompts here that I started, and unfortunately I just never finished them because I'm really bad at journaling. Then into the month of January, as you can see, this is how I decided to lay out the month as far as my health goes. Those are those tracking cycle stickers, and I track different medications. Obviously, you can see I was exposed to COVID at work, which was really not fun, but unfortunately, that's just how it happened. And then here in this first week, I was just experimenting with a layout and seeing how I would track things, but because of my COVID exposure, I had to kind of change that up. I chose to track my food here, and then my symptoms, feelings, and medications there, and then my temperature and all that fun health stuff right in this bottom section here. Moving into the next week, this is where I was really able to start tracking things after the COVID exposure. So I've got some trackers here for the COVID stuff, and then meal stuff is over here, and I was just getting a feel for the entire spread, kind of just seeing how I wanted to track it now that the COVID exposure was done. I was back at work and I felt better and I could actually focus on stuff. And then this week is when I was really be able to start tracking things, and I was getting a feel for the spread, and I actually have a plan with me on this spread up on my channel, and I'll link it down below and on the screen. Then we get into the next week, and although I love the spread, I stopped using it about halfway through the week just due to some health issues. So decorated but not really used, and you'll see that in the next spread as well. Again, no currently for February, and then another similar monthly in terms of what I track here, but I ended up using a student layout for February, so this is kind of what the first week looks like. I really love the spread. Again, when it comes to health, that comes first, and unfortunately, I did not do any more planning after that. This was the only spread that I did in terms of health, and I lost track of time. Moving on to March, this is where I settled into a catch-all and wellness combination. So in the monthly, I'm tracking my medications and flow like I did in my health, as well as tracking my work schedule and appointments, so I just combined both of those together. And then this is how I chose to set up my weekly. It's definitely crowded, and lots of things are bunched together, but everything fits together nicely and works well, and I ended up getting a solid space, and I was able to space things out a lot more as the weeks go on. On to the week of St. Patrick's Day, I started incorporating everything in more and getting a flow of the two combining together. And then we move on to the Mickey spread for next week, and I actually started incorporating memories with health, and I really, really, really love this spread. And so that is the end of the flip through here. And that is pretty much it for the first quarter of 2022. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and saw just a way of how to combine health and catch all together, and seeing how my system is for now. I'm changing it up again as we speak, through June, and I'm seeing kind of how things are going. If you're new here, I also craft with polymer clay and art prompt journal books in addition to my planner content. I have playlists for those in the description if you're interested in watching any of that. I really hope you'll stick around for more videos just like this, so subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss when I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Until next time, craft on. Bye guys!